The notion that we incarcerate people for profit, for corporate profit, I think is the antithesis of America. We would not for a moment think about privatizing police. We would not for a moment think of privatizing our courts. Why would we consider privatizing corrections the final stay?
Who we do business with is just as important as the business that we decide to do. The CCA has a terrible reputation nationally for its treatment of prisoners, including many who have died under the care of the CCA. They have been known for falsifying records, and they've been known for cutting deals with different jurisdictions in which they require a 90% capacity in order for the prisons to function. Doing business with CCA is like doing business with the devil because their practices are diabolical. And as our state that prides itself on being progressive to some degree, we need to be mindful of the message that we're sending by doing business with the company that has such a terrible record.
My name's Vanessa Taylor. I live in Minneapolis, but I'm from Hastings, Minnesota. So that's in Dakota County. I don't know if y'all know a lot about Hastings, but one of the biggest issues there is that there's a lot of drugs. My neighbors run a meth house. We've lost a lot of people my age to meth. We have a jail there. It doesn't do shit for us. It doesn't do anything. There's no jobs with that jail. We turn the drugs because we have nothing. If you're growing up in Hastings, you have nothing to do. There are no jobs for you. The education system is not set up for you, even out there. Nobody cares about you because you're rural kids. Even though it's not that far away, we're still rural enough that none of y'all care. People in Hastings, the only thing we do is we wake up to get out. Okay, I woke up for 4 years just to get away from home. The year I graduated, we lost about 6 people, most of them from suicide. And none of you did anything to help us. We lose people from drugs. We lose people from suicide. We have no counselors. Nobody actually cares about rural Minnesota. You have this bill to act like you care, to get some votes from them, because we're so desperate, we will take anything you offer us. My family is so desperate, they will take anything at this point. Put another prison in Hastings. It won't save anything, but you can make them think so. But I want to touch on that amendment to ban these private prisons, because that's what really needs to happen here. Listen, talking about rural Minnesota, how all y'all want to do is win the votes. Obviously, because you bust them all here. But where are the kids whose communities you're going to over-police? See, I'm 20 years old, so I'm one of the black youth that you want in those prisons, right? My friends are the black youth y'all want in those prisons. My friends are the black kids that y'all traumatized. My friend has memory loss from what the 4th precinct did to her. I have trauma from what the 4th precinct did to me. And instead of helping us with that, you shuttle us into prisons. Listen, if you want to put me in a prison to die, because that's what is going to happen to me, if you put me there, then you may as well bring us all here so you can look us in the eyes. Yep. If you want to sentence me to death, you better have the dignity to look me in the eyes and recognize that is what you're doing to me. Yep. We are not your cattle. You may seem to think so because that's what your ancestors brought us here as. That's what y'all wanted us to be, but that is not the reality anymore. You are tearing apart our communities, you are tearing apart our families, and you are sentencing us to death. For what? Money? Yeah. Listen, I live, I breathe, I feel, I hurt. And what am I worth to you? Some money, some dollars. A little more extra money for your comfortable lifestyle. That's what my life is worth to you. Because that's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling all of us. If you do not ban these private prisons, not just Appleton, all of them.
Thank you.